Good morning, Cynthia. So you're here today after your Achilles tendon surgery.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about it. Tell me the history. So you came here a while ago and you were having some issues with your pain in the Achilles tendon, which is in the back of the heel. And how long ago was that?
On and off for years, actually.
years.
But, I didn't really think anything of it. And then it was coming too frequent.
Okay.
So.
And then it was to the point where I had to put you in the boot because the pain was so bad, right?
Yeah, yes. I felt like something popped that one day. And then I was like, nope, had to go to the boot, couldn't walk.
So the pain was pretty bad, right?
Yeah, it was terrible.
And so we tried the non-surgical approach, really didn't work. So I did surgery on you how many months ago?
Wow, back in May, actually.
In May. So, and it's August now. Yeah. So it's been about, what, 3 months?
3 months.
And so today is your kind of last visit before I let you loose for about 5 months. Oh. So tell me, how are you doing?
A lot better. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Fantastic, actually, because I expected this to be a lot harder than it was to recuperate. Just following everything you asked me to do, and staying off the foot, going slow, definitely doing the physical therapy, which the girls were fantastic giving me the exercises to do. Everything fell into place little by little by little. I mean, it was scary the first couple of weeks when you realize you don't know how to walk anymore. But the surgery was fantastic because I recovered twice as quick as a friend of mine who had the same surgery on the West Coast 2 months ago. She's still in her boot.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you were in a boot for 4 weeks of no weight. Well, actually 3.5.
Yeah.
And then you were in a boot walking around for a couple of weeks longer, right?
Yeah.
So, and then we slowly progressed like into a brace to get the swelling out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it's amazing, And the difference is that she doesn't have the screws in her, where I do, which I was like, I thought, I'm special for screws. But yeah, we were talking about it actually last night. We were IMing each other, and she's like, so how are you doing? I'm up walking around. I'm doing a half mile with my dog, who's a husky who pulls me everywhere, and I have no problems anymore with that. And I mean, the hardest thing right now is remembering I don't have to limp.
Right.
So I mean, if that's the only thing I have to worry about, that and the swelling, which is normal,
which takes more than 3 months. Yeah. It's just definition of having foot surgery. You gotta have the swelling.
Yeah. But I mean, other than that, I mean, and she was like, really? I'm still in my, in my boot, and I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, I couldn't. The thought of having to be still in the boot, I'm like, no.
So for somebody who lives with pain all this time, what would you recommend?
Oh yeah, you gotta come and get it looked at, get it checked. Come here. I mean, I found out about you through one of my friends at work, Lisa Arcelugo.
Oh yes.
And so she's like, if you gotta go here. So when everything started happening, so my sister came here, so I came here, and we were talking to our sister who lives in North Carolina, and we're like, you really honestly have to come here to come to our doctor, because everything has gone perfectly. I mean, between the inserts, between everything else, I'm so much better now than I was even before all this happened. I was still having foot problems. Now I'm walking, I'm doing more things. I stretch more often. I don't have hardly any difficulties at all.
Well, you just made my day, It makes me feel so much better because, seriously, I mean, in my profession, you're like, okay, how are you doing? Boom, boom, out, But it's kind of interesting to hear your stories.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, I didn't expect to recover as quick, so I was pretty impressed. But, I mean, if it wasn't for you all, I mean, honestly, truthfully, that was the kicker, is knowing that I had not only to be responsible to you guys, but also the fact that you guys prepped me. You guys gave me everything I needed to have on hand. So from the moment I went home from surgery, if I had any questions, if I had any problems, I called. And everybody was up to date, knew everything what was going on, and said, do this, do this, do this. So, I mean, I never once felt that I was ever alone with it all.
Good.
And that made a huge difference. Especially when it comes to my feet, because I don't know that stuff as well.
Right, of course.
Because I mean, you take it for granted. You walk, and then you're like, friend of mine at work just broke her ankle, and I'm like, oh, you poor thing.
Oh my God. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story with us.